Not fear, I just absolutely despise you.
Disgust.
Cowman's got it all
what
right.
they call a
Vonophobe?
Yeah. It's not fear, it's
Listen.
disgust.
If they try to argue with you, just try and make it as awkward as possible for them. I'll just give up and walk away.
Hey, if they try to argue with you, put me on the microphone and I'll talk to them about John Boehner and how he's related to Ho Chi Minh.
Stop. What?
I think that would work.
I think we found our. I think we just found our opening clip, boys. If there's a basic, generic-ass song in that intro, I'm sorry. It just means I got copyright claimed, and I'm not about to let someone else make money off my content. If there isn't, then that's awesome, and I knew I took a shot at the right game. Anyway, hello and welcome to the game that everyone finds the smallest things to bitch and complain about.
Oh, and then it makes it slower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, make it slower now.
People were screaming and kicking about that, though, about the nanoweave nerf.
Oh, I can imagine.
Like, it was literally like watching like a mom drag her child out of a toy store because he couldn't have the toy he wanted. Like, that's literally how the Planetside subreddit works. Seriously, you could add an entirely new faction update, and people on the subreddit will still call it an incomplete update because the tank that looks like the Batmobile doesn't have its special ability yet. But I am not here to talk about the degenerates that cry about every little thing they can find. Planetside 2 has had a few major updates since my last Planetside video. I know, this video is late, and Oshur came out 6 months ago, and I chose to upload Halo instead. Sorry, I'm not full-time on this YouTube thing. I do it solely for fun. But since our last video, we've had a few updates that have come out. Like an update to the UI and navigation that really didn't do anything, just updated the art style, which that's okay, I guess. An update to the infantry arsenal that got the subreddit so toxic and despicable I deleted the app for about 3 months. Or my favorite, they just added a new continent. This is the first time that has happened since 2014, of which I was just entering high school. Before we get into that though, let me go over the new smaller updates first. They revamped the UI navigation menu, making it look fresh, and along with that, they added what is called the Codex to the game. It's basically an entire encyclopedia of the game, so you don't have to watch my dumbass videos. What it does not do is make you laugh like listening to a rant about koala bears from Jake.
They evolve specific bodies to eat this one leaf that has no benefits whatsoever. It's like drinking, it's like just eating lettuce. That's it. But it's poisonous. But it's poisonous. And they did that. That's the first thing. Now you may think, well, geez, if these koalas are sleeping for 20 hours of their day and just spend the rest of their time fucking and eating, then how are they still alive? Because it actually takes more energy from a predator to eat a koala than it gets out of eating a koala. Because they are that worthless of sacks of shit that they literally just eat the most nutrient-deprived leaf ever. People are talking about saving the koalas from the fires in Australia. It's not because they can't escape it. It's because they don't know what it is. They don't know danger. They don't know fear. They don't know anything. They know fuck, food, sleep. That's it.
Chick really hates koalas.
They're so dumb. They're so unbelievably dumb. That is my rant. I'm done.
Almost everything you and new players need to know in the game is in this codex thingy. The next part of things that I missed out on because I was either lazy, had school, had practice, or all the above, was they came out with faction-specific basilisks. And these things are pretty neato. They all function in the way that their faction perks function. TR's fast firing, NS reduced damage fall off, I presume. VS probably has no bullet drop, infinite ammo, and cries like a 4-year-old not getting the toy he wanted when they reduced to damage by a pube hair. NC's is slower than X1014's brain processing power.
Hello? I can't really see you. My visor. That's what this woman said. Oh wait, never mind. That woman doesn't sound like that because women can't fart.
Never mind.
5 years old. The answer is yes.
That was something.
But hits harder than Ryan in the gym, and team kills like me and no tomorrow. So that's it with that. These things are actually pretty cool, and they did a pretty sweet job on them. Finally, onto the big thing that you came to this video for. I honestly cannot wait to talk about this, because the takes on Wake Island 2.0 are just so spicy and garbage at the same time. Those takes are on Oshur. That's right, Oshur, the continent that was announced in 2018, got me hyped up for about a year, then I figured it wasn't coming. Well, guess what? The devs delivered. While it wasn't exactly when they said it would be out, it was fairly close and for the better to polish it up and make sure there weren't too many game-breaking bugs. This is the game's first new continent since glorified Vietnam came out in 2014. No, I'm not counting Desolation, I'm not counting Nexus, which is coming, and I'm not counting Cold Tier. But there is a lot to say about Oshur. For starters, it's not your typical Planetside continent, which is good. Subreddit change is good. You spawn on fleet carriers instead of warp gates, construction is pretty big, logistics and brainpower is needed, the list goes on. Now, if you are looking for any biolab type farms while you sit in your chair and eat potato chips all day, and then cry about how the NC maxes are the problem, this isn't the continent for you. However, if you want a continent that, while it's not nearly perfect in any way, but has a lot more dynamic and vehicle fights, then look no further, you have come to the right place. Oshur is comprised of a group of islands that mostly all connect to one another. Please don't make me pronounce the proper terminology of it. I really don't know how to pronounce it, I just know the name of it from the greatest game of all time, Warhawk. Now, you might be thinking, this map is so small with all water everywhere. Well, here's the thing. You can actually go on, in, or under the water, and fight if you need to. That's right, everywhere underwater is accessible to explore and fight in. Albeit you do need special weapons, the UBR guns, in order to fight underwater. However, it's looking like that's going to change and allow a lot more weapons to fight underwater. Now, I know I hype up underwater combat and all, but there really isn't any point in fighting underwater right now, really, as a lot of it is just empty and barren. The only fights that happened underwater were pretty stupid, but pretty cool, securing another objective, and once again, because of the campaign that you can no longer play because it was a limited time event.
Well, I'm gonna fix it. Never mind, I can't fix it. Yeah. Wait, can I just repair it just by being in it?
I just got them both. Now, as for vehicles in the water, here's how it works. There is a naval vehicle coming this summer. Shredded vehicles such as the Prowler and Vanguard have to suck it up and drive on the ocean floor. Wheeled vehicles, the Chimera, the Sunderer, the Ant, and the Flash, float on the water like boats. And hovercraft like Mag Riders and Javelins hover just above the water, because of course they do. Needless to say, as much as one particular person in the Night Ravens was thinking this was going to be broken for the VS because Mag Riders can hover, there has been quite the lack of evidence to prove such a point as of yet. In fact, the only time that I've seen such a large amount of vehicles cross the water was I think 2RAF and another outfit did, and then we decided to start taking them out for shits and giggles.
I mean, we fall
Rain,
out.
come here. Rain, come to me. You can look down and you can see all of them in the water. It's actually...
Where?
Follow the way to...
Right here.
Wow, spawn beacons.
Oh my god! Holy crap!
Wait.
Look at this! That's 2RAF and
Boys! We're going in!
What is this?
Get in the water. You can fire rocket launchers.
No, you
can't fire
can't!
rocket launchers underwater. What the fuck?
Take out these guys. Take out the ones in the back. Take out the ones in the back.
If it smokes, it's gonna choke.
Yeah, if it smokes, it's gonna choke. It smokes. It's gonna... Look, that guy's on fire. Look at him. Look at him choke. This is great.
Slap. Got one.
Whose idea was this, Cowman? Excellent idea.
Look at the fucking mongrel hot.
Now that we talked about the water part and what makes that so special, let's talk about the rest. To start, unfortunately, there are no bastions, and for that, they didn't bother to put Colossus tanks in the continent either. Not having bastions or Colossus tanks on this continent takes a part of the game away that I truly love, whether it's poking a bastion and pissing off a hive mind of TR with a Colossus tank.
One word.
Setting up shop.
Always
Playing
Roger.
Skylands cannon. Fuck, I missed. You literally turned.
That was setting up to be really cool, then it's just like an immediate miss.
Mosquitoes notice us, get ready.
For some
Wow.
I'll go with you,
I'm
Bander.
keeping the deployment on.
Yep, mosquito ahead.
We're gonna try and withstand it, boys.
I see one inside bombing.
What's the status?
We're all
I got Kamikazi.
fucking dead.
Jesus. I somehow survived being Kamikazi,
Wait, hold
but I'm not gonna survive much
Fall
longer.
back. Repair center.
Got it.
Waving off.
Oh, I got a mosquito.
Yep, dead.
I just shot one down.
Nice, nice.
How are your turrets?
I just shot another one down.
You guys still
I'm
alive
getting
down
a
there?
sky guard up.
I got another mosquito.
Look at this.
I don't have enough.
I am literally popping these guys. Yeah, that's right. You better run. Get the fuck out of here. Or more recently, parking your Bastion on top of a TR spawn beacon and watching these idiots drop to certain death. He's falling sideways.
I'm just looking at you guys like carpet bombing these motherfuckers.
Shoot these guys down. Just shoot them down. Yeah, it's just so toxic.
This is amazing.
This is literally so toxic.
We are beaming them so hard.
This is stupid.
Oh my god, this is so. This is so toxic. Look at these guys. They're just rolling around sideways. They're just sideways.
They're not even blowing up when they hit the top. Raiden 2 just landed and started rolling around on top of the bastion.
That guy's going sideways.
This is stupid.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding me.
Oh my god. They keep doing it. They keep doing it.
This is so funny. I can't. I'm gonna pee myself.
The mosquito? What the fuck? Where did you come from?
Look at him.
This should be illegal.
This is not legal.
This is not okay.
This is so toxic.
This is not okay.
Drop pod.
Oh, I can't stop laughing.
Somebody sent me a tell saying.
However, because I am an independent thinker, I can see why they would not add Bastions and Colossus tanks onto this continent. Kind of. Because this continent relies so much on combined arms, constructions, and other logistics to make fights fun, there can't be 3 giant cruisers roaming the map, annihilating areas. Alright, I'm opening fire on this spawn. Fuck them kids.
All in a moment.
Oh, that's
Look at that. We're just lighting it up.
Light it up!
But what about getting Colossus tanks, you say? I think there wouldn't be enough to take a Bastion down, given how many are pulled in a single continent rotation. And one Bastion full of idiots can make short work of one Colossus tank before they even open fire.
Right. I saw something.
God,
Find that Colossus.
My ass
I just got hit by a fucking...
If you guys see him, mark him with a waypoint.
He's on the way.
Oh, I see it, I see it, I see it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, he's far away.
Light that bitch up.
Yeah, I know,
he's
right?
running. He's running.
Oh, he ain't running, he ain't running.
Let him get up, let him get up.
His shield just went down, that's all. Holy shit, look at everybody.
No, he's running.
Yeah, he's booking it. That man is hauling ass.
Hey, up high.
You better stop! Stop!
But what about a mosquito swarm or a scythe swarm? True, those are fun to fight against if you have the right numbers, but they don't always come about and they're not always effective. As for the land parts of it, I don't have too many complaints really, other than it sucks to play on the continent in the off hours or if it's the off continent. And what were they thinking with the Trident bases? Like, holy crap. These bases look amazing, they really do. This shit feels like Camino.
That was probably the goal, Raiden.
I'd be in Tipoca City right now, but they have to be the worst base I've ever fought at. I'm not gonna go into it any further because I don't want to ruin the momentum I have on this video. Go find out yourself. If they were sitting there just abandoned, I'd be totally okay with it. But for fighting, no, not my thing. Back on the ground, combined arms fights, flanking, strategy, logistics, and brain usage, all absolutely awesome. I wish continents, all of them, were like this. They even added 2 new campaign vehicles to the mix, with the Lodestar and the Deliverer, to add to the logistics part of this. With the Lodestar being basically a flying Sunderer in the shape of a galaxy, which the wings can be folded down, and the Deliverer being a smaller Sunderer that can resupply ammo by default, but in the shape of an ant. These can now be unlocked as a module in the defense section of the galaxy and the ant. Now, remember when the Shattered Warp Gate first came out and everyone would just throw hands around there? That's the kind of feeling I get from this whole continent, except there's actual objectives worth fighting for. Construction gets a little bit more use in this as well, as a lot of the continent is covered in construction or vehicle-based territories and open areas to build upon. And I think that's all I got for today. I'm sorry this video took so long. The day I wrote and recorded all this is May 11th, and next up on the road list is the underwater expansion, the naval vehicle whose placeholder reminds me of a bullfrog from Red Alert 3 because of the jump pad on top, and Outfit Wars. Wonderful. I think I will delete Reddit again.